Hey, Cody Sperber here, and I want to invite you to an exclusive webinar with me this week where I'm going to show you exactly how I got started in my real estate business, how I started it from scratch and grew it to the point where it's at right now, where I'm making millions of dollars worth of profit. On this webinar, I'm going to show you how I got started and how I grew my business to this point, but most importantly, how you too can get started and start your very own real estate business from scratch with little to no money down, and you can start making profits very quickly. But let me be clear right now. You got to know what you're doing. That's where I come in. But you must actually go out there and do the work. This webinar, it's going to be for you if you want to get started in real estate. Hey, and listen, if you already have your own real estate business, this webinar is going to be for you as well, because I'm going to show you how you can really take things up to that next level and escape the relentless time trade for money and just stop spinning your wheels. If you're not familiar with my story, I'm just an average American guy from an average American family. I wasn't born rich, and yet by the time I turned 30, I was already a millionaire. And let me just be straight with you. I'm not sharing that with you to brag. What I'm saying is, if I can do it, so can you. Just picture this for a moment. Growing up, I was that kid that was bullied and made fun of and picked on a lot. Let's face it, it's not easy being the guy that everybody thinks of as the geek of the week. Having to deal with that as a kid, it really impacted me, and it always made me feel like I had to go out there and prove something to the world. Yet in my 20s, I was completely broke, working 70 hours for somebody else at a job that was going nowhere. Living a life like that was a nightmare. I knew I had to do something. And at the time, I knew nothing about real estate. I mean nothing, except that real estate has the potential to create true financial freedom. So I bought all the guru courses, I went to lectures and networking events, and I even got on the bus tours. I spent lots and lots of money, all just trying to figure this thing out and having no real luck or no clue how to really get this thing going. It all changed for me when I found the right teacher who actually showed me what he was actually doing to be successful in real estate. Listen, I can tell you from experience, theory is good, but you gotta learn from an expert, somebody who's actually successful, like freakishly crazy successful right now in today's market. Anything else, and you're just wasting your time and your money. Now on this webinar, I'm gonna show you everything that I've learned throughout my journey so far, all the techniques that are working in today's market. I'm really just gonna take everything that I've learned and just boil it down and distill it and give you 3 key things that you're gonna want to use to get started today, so you can go out there and start flipping houses in less than 2 weeks if you put in the work. On this webinar, I'm going to share with you these 3 main things. Now, number 1 is I'm going to bust the most common myths that are in the real estate space that prevent good people from going out there and making money. Now, I'm going to show you how you can flip houses in real estate without using your own money. You don't need to use any of your own credit. You don't need a real estate license, and why you don't need any experience to kick some serious butt. In real estate, probably the biggest mistake that I see, which is widespread throughout this industry, is that people assume that you have to have a lot of money to be able to get into real estate and that you need experience and connections. These are just not true if you know what to do. The secret is to understand the techniques and the strategies that I've used to flip houses without needing any money and without needing a real estate license. This is mandatory for you to know if you want to be successful in real estate without having to risk your own money. On this webinar this week, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it on the master class. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, and that's number 1. Number 2 is I'm going to show you my proven rinse and repeat method for getting deals. Now, I've tried a lot of things out there to get deals. I've done door knocking and cold calling and direct mail, networking events, you name it, I've tried it. And right now, I have a process which just foreshadows everything else that I've ever tried. Now, I'm going to pull back the curtain, and I'm going to show you exactly how I'm getting these deals, my secret ways that I negotiate with sellers to make even better deals, and most importantly, how you can make this process that I'm using and take it and start applying it right inside your own real estate business right away. That's number 2. Now, the third one, and this is the most profound lesson that we're going to be covering on the webinar, is how to escape spending long hours on your real estate business. You can learn how to escape having to be available day and night, being overwhelmed by mountains of paperwork, constantly out there looking for leads, and you're going to be able to learn how to escape all of that and get into a system-based business that works for you rather than the other way around, where you can increase your options, increase the amount of money that you're making, all without increasing the amount of time that you're spending on your business. This is essential if you want to get to 7 figures, and it's essential to really keep your sanity and have freedom while growing your real estate business. Those are the 3 main things that you're going to learn on this webinar, and I can tell you that throughout my journey, making millions of dollars in profit up to this point, it really just comes down to those 3 things. Everybody else in the marketplace is saying that you need all this different stuff. Well, I can assure you that you master these 3 things correctly, and you're going to just overshadow all of these other people, and you're going to climb right to the top of your marketplace. This webinar, it's going to be very powerful. Now, if you want to register for the webinar, we've got a couple of times that we're going to be doing it, and it's happening this week. And you should be able to see something right next to this video, click on it, see the form where you can register, select the time which you want to attend, and you can register for the webinar. I encourage you to go ahead and do that right now. Now, if you're wondering, Cody, that's an awesome story and congratulations on having success, but how do I know that this is going to work for me? Listen, there's a lot of gurus out there who are like, well, I've been able to achieve this or I've been able to achieve that, and it seldom or pretty much never happens where they're able to apply those same skills to other people. Well, my real estate business and my lessons and my methods, they're very different. Since I started teaching this years ago, my methods have been vetted by thousands and thousands of students, and the results speak for themselves. This training is the real deal. It worked for me, and more importantly, it works for my students. Now, what I want you to do right now is register for the webinar and do it right now. The form is over on the side. For me to really teach these things, I've been charging between $9,000 to $36,000 to personally teach these methods to people. At that price, it's still been an amazing bargain, and the people have gone off to receive multiple times that ROI. But this is the real deal. We're going to have a webinar where I'm going to actually show you those things that I've been teaching people for $9,000 to $36,000, and I'm just going to show you how to do those same things totally for free. You can choose that you can either send me an email, I'd be happy to charge you $9,000 to $36,000, or you can register for this masterclass and get these methods for free. Once again, this webinar, it's happening a couple of times this week. So fill out the form over to the left, and I look forward to seeing you on this masterclass, and I look forward to helping you start your real estate business and really just take it to the next level.